Hello everyone, my name is Keshav Agarwal. I cleared my CA Inter under the new syllabus in May 2018, which was the first attempt for the new syllabus. And my CA final is due in May 2021, which I am preparing for right now. I managed to score 536 out of 800 in my intermediate exams and somehow managed to secure an exemption in all 8 subjects. Lately, I've seen a lot of questions on Quora and other websites that how should someone prepare in the last 2-3 months or the study period which students generally get before their exams. And I really wanted to share the way I studied. In my case, I had received an exact period of 2 months and 10 days right before my CA intermediate exams, and I was pretty behind compared to my friends because I had also not attended the classes for strategic management in the classes where I had attended all other subjects. So I knew I had a lot to go and very less time in my hand. One thing I was sure of at the start of my study leave, and something which I also believe that everybody who is appearing for intermediate should know at the start, is that we cannot neglect theory subjects. We cannot give up on SM, IT, audit, law, because somehow we have to score good in these theory subjects if we really need to pass. Everybody in some or the other way is able to manage in practical subjects, but somehow fail to allocate an equal importance to the theory subjects. As a matter of fact, we have spent the maximum amount of time in our classes practicing these sums from accounts, costing, FM, and we haven't spent even a single minute in by-hearting or learning the concepts of our theory subjects. So right now what we want to allocate time to is in learning these theory subjects first. You need to be clear on one thing at least, that you need to learn the theory answers from your textbooks or modules, whatever you're referring, by heart. Or at least we need to learn the key phrases or the keywords from the answers by heart, because without them you cannot form both the ends of an answer and you will not score marks if you don't do that. The first step you need to do at the start of your study leave is plan. Planning is very important because nobody else can do that for you. Only you know how much amount of time on an estimate, on a rough basis, you will require to complete a subject's first reading. And accordingly, you have to plan how much amount of time you're going to consume in completing your first reading of the subjects. Generally, it might take almost a month to complete the first reading of all the subjects in your syllabus. And trust me, it's fine. Because what you need to focus on is that learning those subjects in a way that the next time when you open the book, you can recall what is written inside the book, and automatically you can form your own answers in your mind. Basically, with every reading, with every revision of every subject, you just need to focus on completing the revision of the subject with 100% quality, but in as much as less amount of time you can consume compared to the last time you studied a subject. So I'll share with you guys the way in which I studied during my study leave. I divided my day into 3 parts. The first part started from morning 6 o'clock up till 12 o'clock with a 15 minutes break in between for breakfast. Then after 12 o'clock I would have lunch and probably start sitting for my next session around 1:30 p.m. and this would go on until 4:30. After that I would have a break for snacks for chilling for some time, and around 5:30 I would start studying again up till 7:30 max. So as you can see, my first session was the longest and it was the prime time, the most qualitative time I could dedicate to studies. The next session of around 3 hours approximately was the time after lunch. Now it is very common to feel lazy in that time, but you need to get going in this time too, because trust me, when it comes to the third session of the one or 2 hours approximately, it is going to be the most laziest part of the day. Now I do not expect everybody to have the same timetable that I did. You can divide your timetable as per your needs and as per how you spend your day and what is your prime time of studying. What I'm trying to communicate to you is that you need to devote your golden hours in your prime time to study and to learn by heart your theory subjects rather than practicing accounts or costing. So that was my first thumb rule, to learn by heart the theory subjects in the first session of my day, to solve the sums from my practical subjects in the second session of my day, and in the third session, when I was in no mood of studying, I really needed to push even at that time. So I rather used to revise what I did in the first session of the day, or I revised a part of the subject which I was very confident about. For example, I used to revise the Contract Act or the General Clauses Act from law, or maybe some GST provisions which are very commonly asked in exams. But the thing to remember is that you cannot waste the third session. The second thumb rule is that while studying your theory subjects, you should not push yourself in learning a lot of syllabus in a single day. Rather than that, while planning in the start, you need to keep a provision of an extra day for your theory subjects. So I will share with you how I studied strategic management on my own, and this is how I tried to study all my other theory subjects. So on the first day I completed 1 or 2 chapters. On the second day when I started studying, first I revised all the answers from the first and the second chapter, and then only for the remaining time I studied further. So that is how, by the time I finished all the 8 chapters of strategic management, I had practically studied all other chapters for like 4 to 5 times, and I was very confident about the subject then. Now, when you become so confident about the subject, you can use your time in the third session, that 1-2 hours when you're not in a mood to study, to revise 2 or 3 chapters of SM which you already know by heart because you have done it so many times in your first reading itself. For practical subjects, you do not have the time to solve each and every sum step by step. What you rather need to do is to solve these sums on calculator and go through the steps which you have done. In the first reading, while you're doing so, you need to mark the sums which have something different in them and something unique, because almost every sum is the same. Only a part of the question or a sub point will be something new which you wouldn't know. So that is what you need to practice. So you need to keep on marking these sub points and these questions while you're doing your first reading. And when it comes to your first revision, your second revision, and your day before your exam, you just need to see these points. Apart from this, you also need to mark those sums which are comprehensive enough to cover major concepts of the chapter or the sub-chapter, so that you can practice those sums completely by solving them step by step without looking at the solution first, and you can get a hang of the steps you need to follow while doing a sum of that category. My third thumb rule was unique. I shared it with my friends, but none of them were ready to use it because it was a bit different. I knew that audit and law were 2 massive subjects to memorize, because as soon as I'm going to memorize them, I know the second time I'm going to open the textbook, I'm not going to remember even a single thing. And if this is the case with you also, then you are completely normal. So I thought of a strategy to reduce the number of days passed after I had studied audit or law for the first time till I took up those subjects for their first revision. For example, I started studying direct and indirect tax in the morning sessions. I practiced accounts and costing and other practical subjects in the afternoon session, and did my revision in the third session. After I finished direct tax, then indirect tax, I started with law, which took around 5 to 6 days. After that, I did audit, which then again took 5 to 6 days to complete. And by the time I finished my audit, I was done with other practical subjects, and around 3 to 4 days after I completed audit. So as soon as my first reading was done, I studied in the same structure, but this time in reverse. What I'm trying to say is, the first subject I revised was audit, so that I can reduce the time between my first reading and my first revision. After I completed audit, I did the first revision of law. By doing this, I was able to recall the concepts of audit and law in a much faster manner compared to what I would have been able to do in case I would have studied them again after a considerable amount of time. This technique helped me reduce the time I took to revise the entire subject of audit or law to a maximum of 4 to 5 days compared to the 7 days I took in the first reading itself. Now that I had revised these 2 subjects in such short amount of time, I was able to retain the concepts from these subjects for a longer time. And it was the perfect time for me to use the third session of my day, where I was not in a mood to study something new, to revise these concepts which I had freshly learned. During your second revision, you need to place the subjects of audit and law after a few subjects somewhere in the middle of your revision, so that you can increase the number of days between your last revision and the current revision, so that you can see whether you are able to retain these concepts with the help of the evening revisions which you have been doing lately. Using the second session of the day is completely up to you, that which practical subject do you need to practice on that day. What is of most importance is to do 2 quick revisions of a theory subject and then consistently revising that subject in the third session of your day until you reach the next revision phase of your study schedule. In the end, friends, do not get scared when other people say that they have revised the entire syllabus for 5 to 6 times. Because if you have listened carefully, if you revise what you have done on a previous day before you start learning new concepts on the current day, you're going to revise the syllabus more than the number of times you actually think. I hope you can use the advice I've passed on to structure your study plan as per your needs. Please do not get influenced by what other people and your friends are doing. Do as per what you think suits your needs and your capabilities. As I said, it's fine to go slow, but it's important to retain what you have done once. I know I have not spoken much about practical subjects in this video, but I think the need of the hour is to allocate more time to theory subjects. So friends, don't try to add new study material to your scope at this point of time. And it is a must to go through the question papers from previous attempts and the RTPs and the MTPs from your attempt and your previous attempts. I hope I have been able to help you guys in planning your crucial time, and I wish all of you a good luck for your future attempt. Thank you.